Welcome to the Alternative Products Podcast, the ultimate hub for counterculture enthusiasts and innovators. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, we've got you covered. So sit back, relax, and let's explore the world of alternative products together.
All right, so our next episode on the podcast, we have Joey and Marisa of Zaza. What can you guys say about Zaza, the product, and your experience kind of with Alt Pro since you've been coming to our shows?
Sure. So we're about to approach our 2-year anniversary in August.
Okay.
Been doing this for 2 years. Started when we had the 1 gram disposables were a thing. In the beginning, it was just Delta 8, 1
Just
gram
Delta
disposable,
8, yeah.
1 gram cart. Then all of a sudden, gummies started. And then you got Delta 10, THCO, HHC, and those are like the big 4.
Yeah.
And then now it's, alphabet soup and everything. There's not enough room on the box for all the things that people put in there.
For all the derivatives.
Yeah, that may not be in there, but but for us, it's been a fun 2 years. Mm-hmm. We've been doing All Pro Expo, I want to say since last month.
2021. Chicago. November.
Yes, you're right.
October.
Wow.
It was 2021 in Chicago.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was a good show.
Yeah.
So now what we have, we're 2 gram disposables, preheat button, 2 gram cart, and we also have a 3 gram disposable that will be launching in a few weeks that we'll be displaying next week.
Awesome. And what can you guys tell me about, building relationships with your customers, and what are the buyers saying? Are you dealing with the consumer that actually goes directly to the smoke shop? Are you dealing with distributors? How does the company work on that end?
Pretty much everybody involved.
Okay.
We have online retail, ZazaTHC.com.
Okay.
We deal with shops, we deal with distributors. I've been in the industry since about 2015 with e-liquid, with another Delta 8 brand. So I've had relationships fostered over a few years, and that's how I was able to really start the company, alone basically for the first few months.
Oh, wow.
Just built on relationships and just being honest with people, even when it's hard to be honest with people.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's helped us succeed in some ways of just, being honest.
And what advice can you say? You said you were since 2015 in the industry. Moving forward, with all the changes that happened, you decided to start up Zaza. What advice can you say to people that you learned along the way that helped you start your own brand?
You got to take risks. Definitely have to take some risks. You got to just stick through it.
Okay.
Definitely. I think it's difficult to, there's going to be like very difficult times, but you got to have to just have tunnel vision and keep looking at that goal, Every bad thing that happens, it just kind of gets you closer to your goal. It's like I tell the salespeople, if I make 10 sales calls and 9 people tell me no, and then 1 person tells me yes, tomorrow now I know, okay, I have to get 9 no's before I get 1 yes.
It's just about being consistent, really.
Yeah.
Just being consistent and then
Persistent too.
Yeah, persistent and consistent for sure.
Yeah, and being original.
Yes.
Be original.
And how do you guys decide on what goes into your product, which derivatives you're using, and can you explain a little bit on what's in the product exactly?
Yeah, so what we have right here is the Delta 8 and THCP.
Okay.
And then we also have the THCA and THCP D9. I'm like the last one to do everything, I don't want to, when I see people doing like the crazy stuff, I try to jump on it. I want to make sure that what it is like true.
Yeah.
And not
a marketing cannabinoid.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. I think a lot of these other brands have stuff on their boxes that's not even really in the box. Like THC, somebody can have a disposable that says THCP.
Yes.
And you
You
look
can't
at the
just
lab
have
results.
THCP
It wouldn't be cost effective. It wouldn't be possible. So, I get like everything is marketing and stuff, and it's difficult to move around in an unregulated industry. But at the same time, I think you have to be honest with the consumer, and that they'll appreciate that more.
Awesome. And I see on your box it says Last Prisoner Project. Can you explain a little bit about that, Marisa or Joey? What is the Last Prisoner Project, and what should we know about it?
So The Last Prisoner Project is a foundation that's dedicated to getting people out of jail for weed. You know,
Okay.
throughout the country, there are people still in jail, 5, 10, 20 years for selling weed.
Yes.
And it's crazy because there's states that are legal and there's somebody sitting in jail for something that you could go down the street to buy. So it's a good foundation. We partner with them. We donate to them monthly.
Awesome.
And we're going to do a few more things with them. And we've dedicated some space on one of our boxes for them.
Awesome. So where can they find the project
That's-
and get some information from
lastprisonerproject.com or lastprisonerproject.org.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And as far as when you come to these shows and you're dealing face to face with consumers and with different buyers, what is it that you're looking for, and how are you capitalizing on the people that you're speaking to?
I think you have to have like an attractive booth, attractive products,
Okay.
good marketing and stuff like that, good people,
Definitely good people.
friendly people.
People that are also like educational
Yes.
and like are able to, figure out exactly what it is that these distros, shops, even consumers are looking for in, these products, and like being able to be like, recommend, you're looking to go to bed, like this is an indica, or like if you're looking for something that's going to get you off your ass, like this is a THCA. So I'd say like just being having the education on like product knowledge, and then being friendly is really the biggest thing.
Smile.
And enjoy.
That's
Awesome.
yeah.
And where are you guys based out of?
We're in downtown Los Angeles.
Okay.
The end of the world.
And how is that? How is that being in a market where recreational is kind of booming right now, and you guys are in a similar in the space, but going towards the derivatives?
I think it's two totally different markets. It's two totally different consumers. There's really not much overlap. I think somebody that goes into a smoke shop is a different person than somebody going into a dispensary.
Definitely.
I mean, the access to legal weed isn't everywhere. In LA, it's like the mecca for that. But at the same time, we don't do much business out there.
Yeah.
But there's different regulations and stuff out there that kind of keep us
For
from that.
sure.
But then there's also a dispensary on every corner, so it's difficult.
So that was kind of where my question was geared to. So what markets are you aiming at? What markets are you hitting, and what new markets do you see that could be opening up in the near future?
Definitely Colombia, South America.
Okay.
For opening up, and then I want to say just East Coast.
So it's just me and Marisa right now. We'll continue the conversation before we get out of here. What can you tell me about that? Do you know a little bit about Colombia and their market? I know that you guys were also at our Medellin show, and
Yes.
I'm sure you guys are going to be there next year as well. We'll be there in May.
Yes, definitely will be there next year. It's an amazing market. I feel like, especially because right now in the States, we have a lot of brands like Delta brands, so it's pretty saturated right now, and they're just like an open new market. They're just like getting a taste of like just like all these other cannabinoids and Delta 8s, all of it. They're really, really interested in it, and I think it's awesome that they've just regulated Delta 8 and just CBD in general. So
Yes.
I'm excited to see how that market turns out. We've already partnered up with a couple distributors over there, and we're just looking to really grow and expand our brand out there. Hopefully next year when we visit again. Yeah.
Awesome. And are there any innovative ways that we can kind of accelerate the learning curve for that new market that doesn't know so much about the products, and they're going to be taking these edibles, these gummies, and what ways can we kind of educate the people?
I mean, the best way to educate these people, I'd say, is the storefronts.
Okay.
Consumers are going into these shops. Everyone that is working there should definitely have the product knowledge, just to educate people and just be able to put them on to something else that they haven't tried yet, or could just really change their lives. Honestly, I've met so many people that have just never heard of Delta 8, and it's helped with just serious illnesses. So I think just really being able to educate people on that through sales,
Yes.
people like myself, and then obviously just the people that are buying the product and selling them to consumers as well.
Awesome. We spoke before the podcast a little bit about Zaza, the clothing brand. Do you have any information on that? I know you guys have a website where people can actually purchase merchandise, and how important is that for people in the space to have their own clothing?
Yeah, I think that so Zaza and Friends started shortly after we came out with Zaza. Joey's like the mastermind behind all of it, but we basically before we created that clothing brand, we wanted Zaza to be a lifestyle brand. It's not just some vape that you pick up at the shop and you smoke it. We really wanted to build a community with all of our consumers that have been supporting us for the past 2 years now. So we wanted to create a clothing brand that also just ties that all in together. So we released our first drop in, I believe, February or March this year. And we're about to have our second drop this year. I mean, this next month or something. Yeah, next month we will have our second drop. She's actually wearing our new merchandise right now.
You wanna step into the camera?
Yeah.
You
can step in. Show them the shirt.
Come on in. You can show the shirt. This shirt can be found at Zaza
and
Friends.com.
So show them.
Zaza/Friends.
Show all the cameras. Camera 1, 2, and 3.
There it is. Awesome. So that's the clothing brand that they have available. And you're to get your name out there. Does this help? Can you find this in any stores? Is it just online?
It's just online and through also a retail shops. They'll purchase our shirts as well, and they also sell them to whoever that's interested. But yeah, definitely be on the lookout for other third party websites or retail stores that could carry
the product.
Yeah, we're working that out, but right now it's all exclusively on our website.
On the website, zaza-friends.com.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're still waiting for Joey.
He's taking his sweet time walking back.
The bathroom's a little bit far from here, but he is on his way back, so we can kind of get his closing remarks on the podcast and see kind of where we are with everything on any clothing.
Let's hear his take. He's the one who's the mastermind behind all of it. So
on Zaza and Friends, the clothing line we were just talking about, and we'll kind of close out the episode in a little bit. Just want to get your take on the importance of having a clothing line with the brand and why other brands should do that. I know, as you say,
don't copy us. There's already too many people copying what we do.
Gotcha.
In fact, they're all we have a trademark for support your local Zaza dealer.
Okay.
On the back of our shirts. Some of these other brands have just support your local Zaza dealer means support your local drug dealer.
Okay.
Zaza comes from the exotic weed. It's a New York slang for exotic weed. So support your local Zaza dealer makes sense. It means support your local weed guy. There's the shirt.
There it is.
And the same font, the same thing. There's people doing.
People be biting out here.
Support your local
no one's
pick
safe.
dealer. Which doesn't make sense. They just ripped it off. I'm not saying that I'm the one that created the smiley face, obviously, but we were the first one with smiley face. All right, but for us, with the clothing brand, it allows us to reach more people through social media, and if they can't buy the product, they can rep the merch, the smiley face. We reach people that don't even know what Delta 8 is. They just support Zaza because of the name.
Because they know that's what they're asking for in the streets.
Correct.
And that.
Yeah, you know about it.
Of course.
And it's also Zaza and Friends, because who doesn't want to smoke weed with their friends?
Yeah, go outside, be with your friends.
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely.
Don't copy us.
There you go. Well, that's what happens when you have original ideas and you're an innovator in the game.
Exactly.
You're going to have people that come and take
It's
these
a compliment.
ideas. Yep.
But it's done poorly.
Yeah, it only goes so far,
I got you.
It only goes so far.
What else can we say? What else do you want to say to our viewers before we get out of here with the podcast, or anything else
We
that you want to
just dropped
add?
our new products.
Yeah, we got a lot of new products coming.
Okay.
In the past, we had some issues with some of the devices, unfortunately, and now we've basically fixed all that stuff. We have a 2-gram
Awesome.
disposable now that has a button. so you shouldn't have any clogging issues.
Okay.
We have a 3-gram disposable that's coming that is also with a button.
Awesome.
And we have more clothing to come. We're going to different cities. We make, I don't want to give away the sauce, but we do custom t-shirts for each city. And I think it goes a long way when I'm out there myself, or one of our reps are out there giving out shirts to people and supporting the community. In downtown LA where we're at last year, and we're going to do this again next week, is we're donating hundreds of backpacks and school supplies to underserved communities and homeless children.
Oh, wow.
So, and we do a lot of stuff. We donate a lot of stuff.
Every Thursday?
Yeah, every Thursday in Skid Row.
Okay.
Love My Neighbor Foundation. Shout out to her. She's doing amazing work for years. And the same thing with the Last Prisoner Project. I've had experiences where I've been arrested for selling weed and stuff like that. And I think, to give back and to try to fight that fight with them is meaningful. I think a lot of these other brands were just e-liquid brands. They were e-liquid, nicotine brands, and they saw an opportunity, which I don't blame them. They saw an opportunity to do this. They don't really come from that culture. They don't really have much experience with that. And
they forget where the struggle was before all these things became legal.
They're just here for money, which is, at the end of the day, this is the times that we live in.
Yes.
But at the same time, you should be doing something good with that money.
That's amazing. Happy to hear that you guys are giving back to the community. Anything else you would like to add, Marisa, to the people? I know you shared a lot about the clothing brand and kind of what you guys are about.
People, the end consumers that buy our products, the shops that buy our products, the distributors that buy our products, it's nothing but love for them. We go above and beyond for them. But when it comes, and then some competitors, like you guys just had Mellofellow, those are good people. There's some brands that I like because they're original and they're doing good things. The other ones, not so much. I think they're cornballs, and they'll have to see me at some point. They'll be at one of these shows and we'll see each other.
I mean, again, I guess the last thing I do want to say is just to thank you guys for all the love and support, all of the distros and shops we've been working with, and all the consumers that also support us online. Yeah, just huge thanks. It's
shout out to Shalom Rosen.
Yeah, shout out to Shalom.
Our guy.
Yeah.
Shalom. All right, awesome. Well, we thank you guys as well. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for being here at Alt Pro. I know I've seen you at all the shows that I've been to lately, so look forward to seeing you in Vegas, in Miami, and in Medellin as well. So thank you guys for that.
Support your local Zaza dealer.
Support your local Zaza dealer.
You got that trademark.
It's trademarked.
Thank you so much.
As the industry continues to evolve, so will we, bringing you the latest trends, innovations, and stories from the front lines. Don't forget to share this podcast with your friends, family, and industry peers to help us spread the word and continue to grow this community. Thank you for being a part of the Alternative Products Podcast.